Grit, resilience, and diligence. 3 words that can take on distinctly different meanings. Hello, I'm Rick Williams. Since the founding of the Boy Scouts in 1910, the challenges facing our country and our youth in particular have increased dramatically. Locally, the young people of Philadelphia face substantial hurdles and obstacles that seriously impede their ability to succeed in life. The best way to overcome these barriers is to properly prepare our young people for the challenges they will inevitably face. Just as strong roots help a tree to weather even the most violent of storms, Scouting builds the roots that our youth need to grow and flourish in the face of whatever adversity comes their way. Well, over the next few minutes, we'll show you 3 uplifting stories from 3 generations of Scouts and demonstrate how Scouting helps healthy roots to take hold and provide a fertile environment for positive youth development. Our first story is about Diligence. It takes place in the Brewerytown section of West Philadelphia at the W.D. Kelly School, where a young Cub Scout named Zier, who lives with his mother and brother in a homeless shelter, joined PAC 2020 as part of the Cradle of Liberty Council's Scout Reach program, which serves more than 3,200 inner-city boys. Through the diligent efforts of the school principal, a guidance counselor who serves as a Scout leader, and a neighborhood Eagle Scout, many of the underprivileged, underserved youth of that area now have access to the life-changing youth development programs available through Scouting.
What I've noticed is that by him coming to Scouting, he's coming out a little bit more, he's getting a little bit more involved, he's talking a little bit more.
It gives him a sense of belonging. Although it may appear that you're uprooted, when you leave Kelly, you have a family and some kind of stability here.
It will put him on the right path because other than him doing other stuff, he could be doing this scouting and stuff, and then like as he get older, he could bring somebody else into it, like his cousin or a family member. I think it's good.
We're really looking at an opportunity for them to have experiences and mentors that will help shape them into positive people. And the Cub Scouts program is so great because it's very much aligned with what we do here at the Kelly School. The core values is very much aligned to what we hope and teach the kids here about respecting yourself, respecting your family, and respecting your community.
We have a motto: we strive for excellence is one, and that we're Cub Scouts at all times.
I was a Cub Scout. I became a Boy Scout. Boy Scout encouraged me and helped me become an Eagle Scout, which helped me become a man and a better man. And that's what I would like for him to get out of Scouting.
Our next story is about resilience and begins halfway around the world during the darkest days of war in Iraq in the terrorist stronghold of Fallujah. 6 years ago, a young Iraqi named Mohammed al-Jumali fell victim to an IED attack meant for U.S. troops. The bomb cost Mohammed his right leg below the knee and killed his cousin. A relief group brought Mohammed to the U.S. for medical treatment and a prosthetic leg for the young man, known for his love of sports. Mohammed and his mother later returned to the U.S. for follow-up treatments at which they were granted asylum.
I injured in 2006, and it was terrible because it was my holiday, Muslim holiday, and also my birthday party and my dad's wedding, and it's all on the same day. And Al-Qaeda, they choose that day to destroy my house, and also their goal was to destroy the American base.
As Mohammed and his mom began the process of assimilating into their new world, the former Iraqi scout, with the help of support of 2 men heavily involved in Troop 177 in Winmore, Mohammed embraced the Boy Scouts of America and his new American way of life.
As he started to understand the opportunities our country offered, the opportunities Scouting offered, he set very high goals for himself. Almost to the degree we'd have to say, you don't have to do all that. You don't have to achieve all that to be successful. And he said, that's what I want to do.
He exploded into it, and he was a good example for the other kids right away.
Yeah, really.
The things I saw in Scouting, it's really amazing. And I'm not just saying that because I love Scouting, but because I experienced a lot of different challenges and high adventures.
But if Scouting was not part of the mix, the probability of his success would be dramatically less, in my opinion.
It was clear that Muhammad wasn't casual by any means about his involvement in the Boy Scouts. He left his physical trauma behind, worked hard to become Troop 177's senior patrol leader, and on December 1st, 2012, he became the first known Iraqi refugee to earn the rank of Eagle Scout in America.
Muhammad was just so happy and so proud, it was contagious. My son is an Eagle Scout, and that was probably one of my proudest scouting moments, but when you look at the opportunity to feel that type of pride, as if your son is there, we all felt that when Muhammad became an Eagle.
Scout helped me with my life, giving me skills, giving me the opportunity of know who I am, and telling me that pushing myself is a good thing, and do the right thing is a good thing, and helping people is main number one in scouting.
The definition of grit is the perseverance and passion for long-term goals. In the case of doctors Vance and Vance Moss, world-renowned surgeons, philanthropists, and twin brothers, grit is perhaps the perfect term to describe their lives, with scouting playing an integral role in the level of personal and professional success they now enjoy.
Cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. You know, I'll tell you something about that law. It's one of the first things that I've learned to memorize. Right. Early on, we were introduced to the idea of scouting one day when we saw my father's Boy Scout sash. And we were asking, what is this all about? And he told us, it's Boy Scouting. And this was really when we were young. And so at an early age, we got exposed to scouting, and we've always been together. And when it came to the point of joining Boy Scouts, we started out with the Cub Scouts, of course, and then went from there.
From their time as the first African-American Eagle Scouts in their suburban Maryland troop, to their education at West Point Prep and Penn State, tours in Iraq as field surgeons, and subsequent establishment of clinics in Afghanistan to assist the local population at their own personal expense, Vance and Vance Moss always recall the role scouting played in instilling integrity, compassion, and character in their personal and professional lives.
One of the teaching points we learned in Boy Scouting was the ability to overcome failure. And we failed a lot in the Boy Scouts, and we were able to learn how to overcome those failures.
What the Boy Scouts did for me and my brother was they made us recognize that we have an attainable goal. There's an attainable long-term goal that we can achieve.
The root of developing leadership with your team, learning how to be a follower before becoming a leader, and then eventually becoming a leader.
Becoming an Eagle Scout is the first thing on my resume. This is the type of person that I am. I'm an Eagle Scout, and it's not easy, and it took a lot to become one. So I want them to understand that this is the type of person, straight on, before you read anything else that I've accomplished in this world, that I'm an Eagle Scout.
3 compelling stories from 3 generations of Scouts. Your support enables us to build a strong foundation for our area's youth. Youth who are building character and virtues such as honesty, loyalty, diligence, resilience, and grit. Zier, Muhammad, Vance, and Vance are proof that scouting develops the roots needed to bring out the best in our young men, assist in positive character development, and make the Scout Law the basis on which they live their lives. I'm Rick Williams, thanking you for your support.